So we'll be looking at the distinct function, limits, order by, and group by in this class. So we'll start with the distinct function. So what is the distinct function? The distinct statement is used to remove duplicate rows from the result set. It ensures that the return value are unique for the column or the specified column. So for you to get the distinct um, return, for you to get a unique return, you use the distinct function. So let's take example, returning the distinct city, from the city column. So let's look at how many unique cities we have. So return write a query, to return distinct city. Write a query to return distinct city. So select distinct city from customer table. So we're making use of our customer table. So we have 20 unique city. That means you have 20 different city from the data set. We have 20 different city from the data set. So that is that on distinct. So next we move to limit function. So the SQL limit clause is used to specify the maximum number of rows that should be returned by the query. So if you want to specify the maximum rows that should be returned, you make use of what? The limit function. So the syntax, we have two ways you can make use of it. We have selecting the columns and selecting all columns. Then limits by the number of rows you want. So we have an example there. The example there says, find the first 5 unique cities. Find the first 5 unique cities from the table, the customer table. So let's solve this. First 5 unique cities from the customer table. Select, start from customer table, limit 5. Limit 5. So this is the first five cities. You can see that. These are the first five cities. So you can also do it in this way by returning only the city column. You can also do it by returning only the city column. Select city from customer table, limit 5. So this is the first 5 cities from that table. So next we have we have select the last 5 rows. Another example, you can say this example 1, then you can say this example 2. Example 2. Example 2 say return the last 5 rows from the table. So to get the last 5 rows, you use select, start from customer table, order by customer ID, descending, limit 5. So this is how to get the last 5 rows. You should know that in MySQL, um, top does not work. The top function is not applicable in MySQL. So you can make use of the top function maybe when you're using Microsoft SQL Server or Oracle or any other data set. But in MySQL Workbench, top is not applicable. So make use of limits. So this is how you should return the last 5 rows. You order the column by descending order, then you limit to 5. So next, we'll move to limit with offsets. Limit with offsets. So this is example 3. Limit with offsets. The offset clause. So limit to, when you say limit to, it select 2 results. When we say offset 3 exclude the first 3 results. So let's look at how the result is going to be. So select star from customer table, limit to offset 3. So we're left with 4 and 5. So I have 4 and 5, row 4 and 5. Next, that is for limit with offsets. Next, we have order by. Order by clause is used to sort the result sets of a query by one or more columns. By default, it sorts the data in ascending order, but you can specify descending order. That is if you want to, or the question asks for you to specify it in descending order. Here, the example, we have example. Write a query to return the first name and order by descending. So select star from customer table, order by. Okay, we have to select first name. Select first name from customer table, order by descending. So order first name by descending. So this is the output. Next, we move to group by. So the group by clause is used to group rows that have same value in specified columns into summary rows. So it's commonly used with what? With aggregate functions like count, sum, average, max, mean, etc. So make use of the aggregate function with the group by. So the group by works with the aggregate functions. So the syntax, we have select star from table name to display what the record we have. So let me take this off. So we have select column 1, aggregate function. So inside you specify the columns you want to perform the aggregate on from the table name. Group by column 1. So group by column 1. So let's look at some example. So here we have to return the total count of male and female customers. So I have to look at the total count of both male and female customers. So know the account, make use of select. Check what I did here. Okay, close this, semicolon. So select gender, comma, count star from from customer, group by gender. So you can see that this is the count of male and female. We have 11 count of male and we have 9 count of female. So we can rename this count X using alias. So as count or count underscore gender. So you can rename that column. For example, it's a temporary name given to that column. So count underscore gender. Count underscore gender. So next, let's look at another example we have there. So we have to calculate the total, or to find the total purchase amount per city, or to get the total purchase amount per city. So how do we do that? How do we get the total purchase amount by city? So we select city, then sum, make use of sum purchases, as give it total, don't forget it's a temporary name given to the table, total purchases from customer table, group by city. So we can order it, we can add order to it. Order by sum purchases. Let's make it descending order. So this is it. This is sum of purchases by city. Next question. We have to get the highest total purchase per city. Modify the above query to show only the city with the highest total purchase. So we are still going to make use of this. By making use of this same query, then what we are adding is just limits. So make use of limits just to show one, limit 1. Okay, 1 minute. So descending order, limit 1. So that is that, limit 1. Next question, the last one. We have to get the top 5 customer with the highest purchases. So top 5 customer with the highest purchases. So how do we get the top 5 customers with the highest purchases? So we can use their name, can use their customer name. So select, can use first name, select first name, underscore name, comma, purchase. So how we have purchases from customer table. So this is the customer and their purchases. So we have to get the top 5. How to get the top 5? Order by. So order it by purchase, by purchases, descending order. So this in descending order. Then we are asked to limit it to 5, top 5. So limit to 5. So that is all. So this is the top 5 customers. This is the top 5 customers. So started by the distinct function. I explained that distinct function is used to remove duplicate rows from the result set. It's used to remove duplicate rows from the result set. So what distinct does is that it returns just the unique value. Return just the unique value. So we're able to get look at the example. Write a query to return the distinct city. So from the data sets we are working with here, we discover there are 20 different cities on that data set. So we have different cities. So next we move to the limit function. So I showed that the limit function is used to specify the maximum number of row that should be returned. So this is some examples, some quick example using the limit function. So you can go over it and over it again. So see us next class. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. See you next class.